Hello and welcome to another episode of I Am Not Your Trusted Programmer with KSP Rp-1. So the last episode I had just unlocked the Luna 3 probe and said I was going to design a new probe around it. But then I realized, we'll go here. So the reason I decided first for the Luna probe is because it has here up to 500 kilograms of avionics, but then I realized this is 300 kilograms in itself, while the Pioneer is 43 kilograms, though it has only up to 100 kilograms of avionics. Then I also tested, because the Luna 3 probe comes with RCS ports and everything, so I said like, yeah, it would be, the entire probe would just be that part. But I tested the RCS and it didn't quite control itself very well. At least it wasn't able to bring itself out of a roll. So I decided instead of to use the Pioneer with its own surface module attached. And I'm not going to give it any actual engines, just the RCS ports are enough to make any correction maneuvers that are needed. So yeah, this is going to be the probe that I attempt to do an impactor with. And yeah, this is going to be the Legolas 3. Actually I should, because Legolas 2 was the one with the Luna, so I should just change it, because the other one was not launched. So anyway, we still have another Legolas 1 launch, and I'm still I'm going to accept I'm blacking out the impact contract for that one. And if it doesn't succeed, then the next rocket going up is going to be this one. So the actual rocket is still, yes, the one I've been using for the past like 4 episodes, I think. The GLaDOS 2 with 2 boosters. So anyway, we've seen these launches way too many times, so I'm just going to launch the rocket and I'll come back when we're in orbit. Okay, yeah, I said I was going to skip the launch, but I'm actually trying a different method of recording, like recording my voice and the game separately instead of just to the speakers. That sounded awful. So I'll just quickly breeze through the important parts of the launch, and if it goes wrong, like that, you'll be able to see it. Of course it went wrong. Bloody hell, bloody hell, bloody hell. So yeah, now I'm glad I decided to record this. So I guess Legolas 2 is going to have to be the first probe to leave low Earth orbit. Okay, I'll be back with that launch. Okay, so here we go one more time. This time it's the Legolas 2. And let's see if it's willing to work for us. Ooh, the lag is getting quite strong, you know. Okay, so good light on all engines. I'm getting quite frustrated with lunar flyby and impact missions, because I don't know if you saw the first episode of this series, I made the prediction that the program would probably fail with these missions, because I have no confidence in my ability to program the trajectory. The frustrating part is that, yeah, my program has worked. Like when I tested, it does get me very close to the moon. It's just that between the remote tech fiasco from a couple of episodes ago and test flight being really testy these past few missions. I'm not quite sure how much program can survive if I keep failing. I honestly need to check right now, I should have. But if this mission fails, I will fail the lunar flyby contract, and I don't know how much. I think the penalty was just the advance that they gave, so it's not that bad. There are other contracts that the penalty is much higher than the advance that they give you, so if you fail them, you're in big trouble. Like I think first orbit is one of those. But yeah, we have money, but it's still a bit. So let's see. Okay, I'll come back either in orbit or when something goes wrong. Okay, so far so good. Good fairing separation. And I just thought, let's check if the probe has any experiments we haven't done. Just wishful thinking, and look, it does have it. So that's perfect, because I also got a contract from Science around Earth, and like I said before, I'm not going to cheese out of it, so I am only allowed to send the data if it's new. Like if it doesn't give me any science, I'm not allowed to send it. So I would have had to get into like high above the Earth situation to get any new science if this one hadn't had a new experiment. So obviously the intent is for this to get into much higher than high over Earth. But now even if it fails, at least we'll get that bit of money, which I think it was like 17,000 funds. So yeah, it's something. What I need more than funds right now is science. I'm really desperate for new science. And well, obviously that 1 point, what was it, 1.3? Yeah, that's not going to do much. Okay, good orbit. I kind of need to remember to put retro rockets on this stage. Okay, so I'm back, and the spacecraft is aligning itself with the Nova node. So now, once again, everybody place your bets. Will test flight screw me over again? Will the rocket work but my calculations be way off? Will we get close to the moon, or will we actually hit the moon? I did get a few extra biomes with the max spectrometer, so it's not a lot of science, but at least I got the Science from Earth contract. But yeah, we're now up to 24 science. I forget how much I need for the next node. But yeah. At least we got one contract in this flight. Very minimal one. Okay, that was actually quite a good position. It pointed out itself in the node pretty quickly. So yeah, I'll come back when it's time to light the engines. Okay, so we're about to start the burn. have a good light. And the bloody oscillation. Why does this never happen when I'm actually testing it? Turn fine control. I don't even know if fine control does anything with like autopilot mods, or it's only for when flying manually. But this is a big problem. And it never happened when I was testing it. This game just likes to troll me. Okay, so I'll come back with updates during the burn. Okay, 1 minute into the burn and it's still bloody oscillating. This game really likes to troll me. Okay, we're almost at the end of the burn. It's 5 seconds away and yeah, it just kept oscillating. So definitely lost a lot of autonomy here. So I think what I'm going to do is, how much height? I have a lot of hydrazine, so maybe do a burn. Yeah, that's going to be a pain too. Calculate. Okay, yeah, I'll see what I can do with the hydrazine that we're left over, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I have written a code to use the orbital energy to hopefully wait a second, I'm trying to, what did it, yes, here. What do I want to top? The image. Okay, good. So yes, I wrote a code that will use the oh god, but it's not going to recover. Why are you making the... Damn it. I have this hydrazine locked. Yes, okay. So what this is supposed to do is, it's basically the same code for the maneuver, but instead of I added an option to use the RCS thrusters, and it also, instead of doing it for a preset amount of time, like before I was just calculating how long it would take to burn, it won't stop it till it reaches the desired orbital energy. So it takes the position of the vessel, well, the distance from the center of mass, and its velocity to calculate orbital energy. But this is just getting worse and worse. Okay, you know what? Let's use the SAS. And of course it's going to end up pointing in exactly the wrong direction. Okay, that's enough. So let's try this again. Oh, I do have an error. I did not check this script to like testing it to keep it in line with the fact that technically this would have been a rushed thing. Aha, I see. Okay. Ah, so that's why it wasn't working. Yes. Okay, so what happened there is I had in the third mode, I had it calculate the current energy of the vessel, and also put the condition that if the energy is higher than it's supposed to be, then to go to the last mode, which is to just finish everything. But the problem was that I didn't calculate the energy until I passed the initial burn time, which I'm setting it to 2 minutes to allow this to point in the right direction. Which it seems that it might have been a bit too much, 2 minutes, but doesn't matter. So yeah, it was throwing an error because it was checking the energy before calculating the energy, so there was an undefined variable. Yeah, I just noticed with this, I have to be careful with the script because it assumes that the engine is not staged, so I have to make corrections if the engine is already active, then it will turn it on early, so I have to keep that in mind for future missions. I wasted a lot of RCS propellant in that whole thing, that it was turning around without me realizing that the script had failed and it was just stuck. Either way, at least we're going to get high altitude science, so at least there will be some benefits. And also, did I get a new one? Yeah, also the sounded rocket altitude. We'll get that, so this mission is already not a complete loss, but getting at least some science from the moon would be very, very nice. And of course the contracts would be very helpful as well. But I'm not sure how good that's going to be. Let me... Okay, so that was all of our RCS on this tank. Okay, so now, yes, I think I'll go, I'll hope it's going to get more or less near the moon, and then use this RCS to hopefully lower my perigee around the moon and, if possible, crash onto it. But let's do this the interesting way, and I won't check the orbit to see if we're going to pass near the moon. I'm just going to fast forward here, do some science, and let's see how close we get to it. Where's the moon? In this direction. Right. Yeah, there's the moon. Okay, so that's at least the sounding rocket altitude contract completed. And we're in space high, so science, finally. I think that's enough for another node at least. These 10 are very good. Okay, 45 science, not bad, not bad. I didn't actually check if any of the experiments were biome dependent. So if I see another biome pop up, I'll stop to take science for that. But other than that, onwards to the moon, which I have lost sight of. Where is the bug? Okay. Hopefully it will be bigger enough that we'll be able to spot it a little bit. Well, the moon doesn't appear to be getting any closer, so I think, yeah, we missed it. We lost too much delta V on that wobble, which I still don't know what I'm going to do about it. But yeah, I'm going to wait until we reach apogee and then check how close we got in the map. Okay, so I seem to have been way off on inclination this time. I'm not sure what caused it. So yeah, it also means that there's no chance of this going past the moon in a subsequent orbit either way. But yep, not even close. That is very frustrating. I'm going to start recording my test runs so that people can see that it was actually working. I'm curious though. That's too much, too much. Oh, this might actually be in the sphere of influence. But I will not say, yeah, technically that's cheating because I wasn't going to use this, so I'm not going to set up an alarm for this. Okay, I'm going to go back and spend my science points. Okay, so 47. What I really want. I kind of want to start the MANT program already. I know it said that it wouldn't be a priority, but we're in 1964, I think, and it's getting ridiculous. But let's see if it's... Because, yeah, I could unlock this one, but it doesn't really give me anything, so maybe prioritize something else. We could do these two. This does give me a better service model, which is very good. So I think, yeah, this one is definitely a must. This one doesn't have anything. How much is 25 points? Scan set. These ones are more science. But if I take this one, I can't do, I would only be able to unlock this other one. No, let's go for the service module and crew survivability. Research that. And yes, that's all the ones we're missing for capsules, which is still going to take forever because we have a bunch of different things that I'm still researching. And what did this open? I thought I got rid of these. No, it's digitizers. I might keep these. These are great for making hot stage engines, rockets. And external fuel ducts can be useful later on. Orange block, not really interested in that. This one I really want. It's the Soyuz soccer stage. And roll a bunch of engine upgrades. Okay, yeah, good stuff. So I think I'm going to end this for today. Probably a short episode again. But next time, well, I'm just going to bloody keep trying. It's all I can do. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.